Well, I'm about to head to bed and I see this tweet. Now, listen, this is crazy. This is coming from Bradley Smith at Microsoft. If you look at Brad Smith's resume, he's vice chair and president at Microsoft. Okay, so he's top of the food chain almost, right? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think he's the president of Microsoft. Maybe he's the vice. It doesn't matter. The point is he's up there. He's speaking on behalf of the company. Here's what he says. You have to have seen this. We've now signed a 10-year binding contract to bring Xbox games to Nintendo. Just part of our commitment to bring Xbox games and Activision titles like Call of Duty to more players on more platforms. So the official release down below in white only mentions Call of Duty, but Bradley, who's in the know, actually says more than that. So I don't know if that means, well, we'll start seeing Xbox games like Hi-Fi Rush and Gears of War and Starfield, or is it, I mean, this is a guy who, he's not putting out press releases without being approved. And then Phil Spencer immediately retweets it. This was just like 10 minutes ago. So I don't know. That's weird. 10-year binding contract. It's not just Call of Duty. Our commitment to bring Xbox games and Activision titles like Call of Duty to more players. I wonder what other titles he's talking about. Regardless, though, this is obvious, a show of good faith, I would imagine, by saying, hey, look, FTC, hey, look, European regulatory bodies that are thinking for some reason that they've yet to explain well, in my non-educated opinion, this is a good deal. We're not trying to, I mean, they are, but we're not trying to destroy Sony's PlayStation division. They are. I mean, in good fun. They're trying to win. Everybody's trying to win. But they're basically saying, look, hey, we told Sony we'd do this for them. We haven't heard from them. But to show you that we're doing it for Microsoft, we're not trying to keep these games off people's platforms. Now, the one thing they don't say, of course, and in fact, I think it was Jeff Keighley underneath it immediately says, is that a price parity too? Well, of course not. Why would they do that? Right? I mean, the whole point is to make you go, oh, I'd rather buy this on Xbox or play this on Xbox because of Game Pass. So, that is their play. But this allows them, because ultimately what are they saying? If you're Sony and Xbox comes to you and says, we'll give you this same deal we gave Nintendo, 10 years. Hell, you want to put Gears of War on your fucking box? I don't know. Again, I don't know what games Brad's talking about, but let's just say you want Gears, you want Hi-Fi Rush, not a problem, pal. Put them on your fucking box. We don't care. 10 years. At that point, the argument that, Sony can't compete without Call of Duty, which I think is just a bizarre fucking statement, which is stupid, but fine. That goes away. And then you really have to have Sony, if the judge is actually trying to be fair and going, well, okay, Sony, so what's bothering you now? Ultimately, Jim Ryan has to say they have Game Pass and they're going to put it on Game Pass, and it's going to show that we don't have as good of a value if you value what Game Pass brings. And the judge could say, well, you have PS Plus. Oh, we can't afford to put things on PS Plus. It's like, well, then sorry. The job is to make sure the customers are not fucked over. The job is not to make sure that Activision can never get the one up on Sony, or Sony can never get the one. It's a customer facing body that's meant to make our lives better. Yes, if you own PlayStation only, you're going to have to pay more for Call of Duty if they get the deal. But so what? If you own Xbox only, you can't even play 90% of the exclusive games, probably 100%. So I don't know. I think it'd be real interesting to see how this plays, especially because Sony today was just given an extension of getting all the documents together that Microsoft has asked for in order to, I guess, push back against, it's the FTC lawsuit. So today the judge is like, okay, Sony, you have till March. Because Sony's like, it's going to cost us $2 million to put all the evidence or all the files together that Microsoft's asking for. It's like, fine, you have till March. But getting to the point where it's like, Sony, just fucking man the fuck up. Just, you got a bloody nose. You got beat this time. Not this generation. Not even this quarter. You're certainly wiping the floor with Microsoft in every other way, certainly sales. But they got you on this one. Take it like a fucking, adult, get punched in the nose, get a little bloody, and get back in the fucking ring. Sony's a bunch of bitches. I'm sorry. But I love my PlayStation 5. I love a bunch of people over at Sony, but they're acting like a bunch of little fucking bitches. I get it. Jim's job is to do whatever, we know. But you still, just man the fuck up and go fucking make some games. Call of Duty can't be competed with. Well, Microsoft's been able to do it. Oh, well, that's different. Okay. Is it? It's really different? All right. Be well. I'm going to bed. See ya. Bye.